These are the 5 tips and tricks you need to know in Visual Studio Code, popularly known as VS Code. So these tips are going to be ranked based on their popularity or how well known they are. Most of you might already know them, most of you might not. So stick around. This video might just be for you. So the first tip I want to show you guys is called the find functionality or the search functionality. It's used, let's say you have a bunky code space like this, right? And you need to look for a specific word or phrase in your code line, and you don't know exactly where it is. So to use that tip, you just simply do Ctrl F. You see over here, this dialog box opens up. So in here you can search or look for whatever is in your code block or your code line or your workspace, whatever you call it. Let's say I want to look for, let's say, question, right? I search for it, I hit my enter key. You can see all the words question are being highlighted over here. So these arrow keys or arrow buttons here, you can click on them. You see, if you notice, this orange, darkened orange shows here highlighting the word. So as you can see, so in here we have 46 or 47, which is this question here. And not just that, let's say answer, let's search for answer. And as you can see, answer, you can see, and also it doesn't matter if it's in uppercase or in lowercase, it gives you all of them. So yeah, that's the search functionality. So this next tip is called the multi-line cursor. So it's used for when you have multiple elements like this in whatever language you're using, and you have multiple elements like this, and you want to, let's say, give each of them a specific value or the same value, right? Let's say in this case, I want to give each of these p tag a class, right? So instead of coming here and typing class for each of them like this, class, that's stressful or tasking if you may. So what I can just simply do is to hold down my Alt key and left clicking. I will left click in each of them. As you can see, it's creating a cursor for each of them, right? So now I can just type in class, let's say p tags or p tag. So as you can see, I've created a class tag for each of them at the same time, instead of doing each of them line by line. So this is called the multi-cursor function. This next tip is called the multiple element function, and is mostly used in HTML languages to create multiple elements at once. Let me explain. So let's say we want to create 5 H1 elements, right? H1 number 1, H1 number 2, H1 number 3, up to 5. So what this tip comes in is that instead of doing it line by line like this, we can just simply say H1 multiplied by 5. If I hit my enter key, as you can see now, it creates 5 H1 elements. You can also do it for p tags. P times 5, 5 p tags. Let's say div, want to create a div, 5 divs. You can do more than 5. Let's say li. You can say up to 20. As you can see, it creates 20 list elements for me. So yeah, that's basically what this function does. It creates multiple elements at once for you. And remember, it's mostly used in HTML. I think only HTML. I'm not sure if you can use it in any other language, but it's mostly done in HTML language like this. So yeah, that's it. So I've already shown you guys how to create multiple elements, right? By just simply saying the element name multiplied by the amount or the number of elements you want, right? So another tip I'm going to show you guys is how to also create or give elements a class name by their shortcuts. So just simply by saying h1 dot the class name. To give class names, you use dots. To give id names, you use hashtag. So dot, let's say first, You can see I've given it a class. I can also come here and say h2 dot, let's say second, like this. I can also give it a class h3 hashtag third. As you can see now, I've given this element an ID of third, like this, and this one class of second, and this one class of first. I can also give it an ID and a class at the same time. Let's say p dot p tag hashtag p tag. See what will happen. You can see now I've given this element a class and an ID at the same time. You can also go ahead and also say, using the tip number 3, you can say p dot hello hashtag hey, and I want it to create it 7 times. As you can see now, we have 7 p elements, each of them with a class of hello and an ID of hey. That's it. So for this last tip, I'm going to be showing you guys how to use GitHub AI Code Assistant. If you don't know what that is, this is what it means. So what you just do, you go to your extension pack like this, and you just simply search for Copilot. Wait for it to load. So this is the one you want to install, the GitHub Copilot AI pair programmer. The GitHub Copilot, your AI pair programmer. So what this does is that it auto completes your text. Let's say you want to write a code, right? Let's say a simple C++ code like this. So include IOStream. So you can see it's already giving me code options I can use. But let's say I want to create a simple int main like this. As you can see, it's auto completing what I'm typing for me. So just simply hit your tab key, and as you can see, your code it auto writes your text for you, giving you code suggestions for you to write. Or if you also want if you also want an AI assistant, you can also download this too. This is your Copilot chat. It's similar to ChatGPT, but I recommend you use ChatGPT because I recommend you use this too. But if you want like an AI that is more suitable and, let's say, faster and stronger, you can use ChatGPT. So to open up your GitHub chat, you just simply do Control Alt I. You can see here. So you can just simply say, give me a simple C++ code. Down here, look down here, guys. Hit my enter. Let me expand this. You can see it's giving me a simple C++ code. So yeah, that's basically what this is. It's a AI assistant chat box that you can use, similar to ChatGPT or Copilot. That's basically it. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you made it to the end of this video, please leave a subscribe and drop a like. Please support my new channel and let's grow together. Thanks for watching guys. Peace.